Greetings, my self-development community. My name is Mario Pedro Gould, and you are now tuned into the Alpha Success Television Network. The topic of discussion today is a handful, and the topic has to do with overcoming fear. They say that fear of public speaking is the second greatest fear that people have, next to death. As well, fear shows up in a lot of different forms, whether it is, picking up the phone to call a prospect to, tell them about your product or your business opportunity. Fear crops up when, it's time to walk across the dance floor and ask a lady for a dance. Fear shows up in all forms and shapes and sizes. And the answer everybody wants to know is, how do I overcome fear? How do I overcome fear? This is something that I personally have battled for a very, very long time, and I have finally discovered a breakthrough that I believe would help you take a hold of this devil and throw it over the cliff. Here's the philosophy. You do not overcome fear. I repeat, you do not overcome fear. You transform fear. What do I mean by that? So today, I'm getting ready to I was getting ready to speak to some of the smartest, most intelligent future business leaders, about 30 or 40 of them. And, as the countdown to my, business presentation came closer, I realized that, I was getting very, 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 very scared. And this actually puzzled me because I have spoke a lot. I have had countless speeches, easily over 100 speeches. But every time, it's time to speak, I find that I'm getting scared. I'm getting scared. So the question that I was asking myself today, what is the root of this fear, and how can I overcome this fear? So a good place for you to start when you are thinking of how do you overcome any sort of fear that you may have is to develop an understanding of what the fear is based on. Where does it come? So for me, I realized very, very quickly that to make your mark in this world, you have to develop your speaking skills, your speaking ability, the way you express yourself, in public. Come on, man, look at Barack Obama, black man from Siaya, Kenya, made it to the greatest position in the world, president of the USA, just because he could speak. So every time I'm preparing to speak, whether it's, to a business leader, whether it's preparing to do a presentation, I understand the gravity of the situation in that my life, how far I go in life depends on this. And I am striving for excellence. I would like to do the best that I am in that position. So that creates a lot of pressure and, hence the aspect of fear. So I know where my source of fear originates from. It's good if you sit down and discover what is it that causes you to be fearful, because understanding is the first step in solving any single problem that you may have in your life, particularly this topic of fear. So once I discovered, what is the origin of my fear, I had a breakthrough, I had an epiphany, I had a light bulb go off in my head, and the light bulb was like, you know what? You don't need to overcome that fear, Mari. You need to feel that fear, identify with it, recognize it, and transform it. Okay, what do I mean by transform it? So when I feel fearful, I feel like my heartbeat, starts increasing, my body starts losing control. So now when I felt this fear, I just sat down and I paid attention. I was like, isn't that interesting? I'm just feeling the fear, and I breathed that fear in deep into my heart, and I felt it. And once I felt it, I breathed it out, as self-confidence, as belief in myself. So this is what I'm doing. I'm taking the fear, I'm breathing it in, and I'm breathing out my spirit, so my spirit can come out and bang and express itself. So when I get up to do presentations, I realize that I have a lot of power, punch, you know, when I'm doing a presentation, because I've taken all of this negative energy of fear and I've transformed it into positive energy of confidence. So how can you apply this to your life? You can apply it in several different places. I use it every time I'm speaking. I use it every time, you know, I see a beautiful señorita and, you know, my heart skips a beat. You know, I just breathe in and I breathe out confidence and I walk up and I talk to her. I use it when I want to, you know, make a prospecting call to get some business. In every single situation, you can transform fear instead of overcoming fear. So go back into your life and try this methodology, and it's going to be a struggle. It's going to take a long time, especially when you're breathing in the fear. It's very, very, very unnerving and very, very painful. But you know, it's good to get comfortable with your weaknesses. Get comfortable with fear because it's not going anywhere. Even some of the greatest singers feel fear every time they get up on the stage. Remember that if you're not feeling fearful, you are not living on the edge. So embrace your fear, recognize your fear, honor your emotions, understand your emotions, manage your emotions, and then finally express your emotions. That is the room methodology that I learned from a very close friend of mine. So I'd like to give her a big up for helping me, you know, understand my emotions. Until the next episode, be bold, take action, because success is not promised. You have to go and take it.